In the book of Galatians,
could you please stand for the word of the Lord?
Galatians chapter 1. Everybody who has a Bible, everybody should have a bound volume, hard copy of a Bible in their library. The internet is a liar, and you need to have something tangible to check the internet against. Galatians chapter 1, verses 6 through 9. They read like this: I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you by the grace of the Messiah and are following a different gospel. Not that another one really exists. To be sure, there are certain people who are troubling you and want to distort the gospel about the Messiah. But even if we or an angel from heaven should proclaim to you a gospel contrary to what we proclaim to you, let that person be condemned. What we have told you in the past, I am now telling you again. If anybody proclaims to you a gospel contrary to what you received, let that person be condemned. You may be seated. Title of the message is The Satanic Verses. The Satanic Verses. Pray with me, saints. Eternal God, we thank you and we praise you for your grace and your mercy. After all of us who existed genetically in both Adam and Eve, the entire human race corporately fell into a state of constant sin, terminated only by death. After we fell forensically into a state of judicial guilt, deserving of your death penalty, you didn't scrap the project. You didn't destroy the human race, but rather you provided us a way to be restored. You sent God the Son in the historical figure of Jesus of Nazareth to substitutionally take our death penalty for us, in the place of those you've sovereignly elected to be saved from the penalties and the consequences of our many physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual crimes against you, and against your law, and against your Son, and against your character. We will be forever grateful that you rescued us, pulled us out of the fire, empowered us by your Spirit to live lives that honor you and exalt your Son. This morning, we take on one of the doctrines of demons that you spent a great portion of your word, both Old Testament and New, warning us about. The false god, the false prophet, the false book, which composed the false and pagan religion authored by Satan, intended to take as many of us as will hear it to hell. Please protect us, our families, and our communities from the demonic religion of Islam and its evil influences. As we confront this devil head on, please intercede.
Pastor Shanley, no, don't go there. No. Yes. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. We're not good to discuss.